Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious is a song from the 1964 Disney musical film Mary Poppins. The song was written by the Sherman Brothers, and sung by Julie Andrews and Dick Van Dyke. It also appears in the stage show version. Because Mary Poppins was a period piece set in 1910, songs that sounded similar to songs of the period were wanted. Origin and meaning: according to Richard M. Sherman, co-writer of the song with his brother, Robert, the word was one that the two knew in their youth. In an episode of the Disney Family album featuring the story of the brothers' careers, Richard Sherman stated, "We remembered this wonderful word from our childhood." In a 2007 interview, Sherman indicated that the final version of the word was produced by the two brothers over the course of 2 weeks during the songwriting process, indicating only that the origins of the word were in their memories of creating double-talk words in their childhood. The roots of the word have been defined as follows: super above, cali beauty, fragilistic delicate, expially to atone, and dicious educable, with the sum of these parts signifying roughly atoning for educability through delicate beauty. According to the film, it is defined as something to say when you have nothing to say. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious was first added to the Oxford English Dictionary in 1986 and, as of March 2014, does not appear in the Merriam-Webster Dictionary. Story context: the song occurs in the chalk drawing outing animated sequence, just after Mary Poppins wins a horse race. Flush with her victory, she is immediately surrounded by reporters who pepper her with leading questions and they comment that she probably is at a loss for words. Mary disagrees, suggesting that at least one word is appropriate for the situation and begins the song. Backwards version: during the song, Poppins says, "You know, you can say it backwards, which is dosia sally expellisticfragicalaroops, but that's going a bit too far, don't you think?" When the word is spelled backwards it actually becomes suicodelapsespsiligarphilocrepus, which is different. However, her claim was not about spelling it backwards, but saying it backwards. If one breaks the word into several sections or prosodic feet and recites them in reverse sequence, and also partially reverses the spelling of super to roops, one does come close to what Poppins said in the film. In the stage musical, the word's proper reversal is used. Rapper Ghostface Killah said dosia sally expellisticfragicala super in his song Buck 50. Legal action: in 1965, the song was the subject of an unsuccessful lawsuit by songwriters Gloria Parker and Barney Young against Wonderland Music, who published the version of the song from the Walt Disney film. The plaintiffs alleged that it was a copyright infringement of a 1951 song of their own called Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Also known as the Super Song, Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious was recorded by Alan Holmes and his New Tones on Columbia Records, vocal by Hal Marquis and the Holmes Men, music and lyrics by Patricia Smith. In addition, Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious was recorded on Gloro Records by the Arabian Nights. The Disney publishers won the lawsuit partially because affidavits were produced showing that variants of the word were known many years prior to 1949 inches. The first known appearance of the root or similar word is from the name Musings column by Helen Herman in the Syracuse Daily Orange, March 10, 1931. In it, columnist Herman muses about her made-up word. Stage musical: in the stage musical, Mary Poppins takes Jane and Michael Banks to visit Mrs. Corrie's shop to buy an ounce of conversation, only to find that Mrs. Corrie has run out of conversation. She does, however, have some letters, and Jane and Michael each pick out 7, with Mary choosing one also. As Bert, Mary and the rest of the ensemble struggle to create words out of the 15 letters, Mary reminds them that they can always use the same letter more than once, and creates the word supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. In addition, the cast spells it out in a kind of gesture that was suggested by choreographer Stephen Mear, whose partner is deaf. Football headline: in February 2000, Inverness Caledonian Thistle defeated Glasgow's Celtic FC 3-1 in the third round of the Scottish Cup football competition. The result, one of the biggest ever upsets in Scottish football, led to the famous newspaper headline Supercalifragilistic, Celtic are atrocious by The Sun. The Guardian rated it as number 5 in 6 of the greatest football headlines. Olympic history: English yachtsman Rodney Paterson won 3 Olympic medals in sailing during the Games of 1968, 1972 and 1976 in a Flying Dutchman called Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, written in large colorful waves on the hull. See also, longest word in English, sesquipedalianism, fortuosity, another Sherman Brothers nonsense word song from The Happiest Millionaire. References: Robert B. Sherman Waltz Time, From Before to Beyond. Santa Clarita, Camphor Publishers. External links: Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious at the National Institutes of Health, Department of Health and Human Services, Mary Poppins at Real Classics. Features multimedia clipping. Mary Poppins highlights, Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.